Hey crafters, welcome into Guys Craft 2. My name is John.
And I'm Curtis, way back here.
So thanks for joining today. Today is probably going to be a lot of just conversation. Things have been crazy. Hey Jean, thanks for dropping in. Hey BBMK, good to see you. So we are up at the park home and so still trying to get our legs kind of under us. It's been a little crazy. We actually got to go over to Strawberry Pine today. Pine Strawberry, I think's what they say. So, anyways, on the holiday weekends, that area has a craft show. So we thought it would be fun to go over to the craft show and kind of see what was going on over there. And so we did that this morning. They actually have a fundraiser for a pancake breakfast. So turns out that was $7 for all you can eat pancakes. But then they also had watermelon, looked like the little brown and serve sausages. And did they have coffee? They had juice and coffee.
And juice.
Yeah. So for $7 and all you could eat, and they were making them on a Blackstone griddle, and that was kind of neat. So it's fun to always support some local charities and those type of things. So that was fun today. Hey Vera, we are always glad when Texas shows up. And so that was our stint at the craft show today. It was interesting. It was just so different. I thought maybe the craft show would be a little bit different. I forget that so many folks want just do jewelry now. So they did have some other stuff because I love to buy handmade stuff for Christmas gifts and things like that. So that was the plan. But really didn't find anything. Most of the things that I found up there were very, very rustic. I did find a s'mores kit that I had thought about getting for my daughter who loves to go camping and things like that. So I thought that might make a cute Christmas gift. But then, it's basically a box that's wood burned that says s'mores kit and that. And she wanted $30 for that. And then they had the skewers that go with it that looked cute. But then she wanted like another $20 for that. And it was like, yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, but she told us if we buy the box, she'd knock $5 off the price of the skewers. So it wasn't really that much to savings.
So we could have got it for 45. I don't know. It just didn't look like $45 worth of effort. So we ended up not doing that. But we had a good time. It was interesting. We did find a quilt lady that was selling some quilts and that. And they were two sweet little ladies opening up, trying to show us some of the different quilts and that. And they had a decent price on their quilts. Um, Probably undervalued for the work that went in, but it was also from the level of work that I saw, it wasn't necessarily something that we were that interested in. But they do have a quilt show coming up here in 2 weeks. So we will probably sneak back up on maybe Saturday and just be here Saturday night, run back over there Sunday because it's only about 25 minutes away, and just see what's happening there. So the good news is they have finally completed our screened-in porch for the park home. So now the driveway's in, the screened-in porch is completed with the exception of one door because Home Depot was out of the doors. So we still need the door for the screened-in porch. They still need to build the porches to get in and out of here. They still need to put up the privacy fence, and they still need to plant all the shrub and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get there. Things are coming along slowly. I'm understanding that there's a different pace up in this part of the country, and that's fine. It all works. They did bring us a grill today. So we bought a new grill. So we're going to have barbecue chicken on the grill tonight. Tomorrow we're grilling hot dogs for lunch. And then we'll have grilled hamburgers for dinner tomorrow night. So that'll be fun and be nice to be in the screen room and just doing all that. So yay. BBMK says yay.
Yay.
So
Yay.
excited to get there. If you didn't see the short video that I did earlier today, it we actually, there's one spot on the park home where they did not pressure wash. They did not paint the little awning thing that goes over the window and all of that. So all of that still needs to be done. And the reason they did not do that is because we have two baby hummingbirds in there. And so if you look at the short, and I'm sorry, I was shaking, I couldn't um, hold my phone still like I should have, but there's two little baby hummingbirds peeking out, and they are absolutely adorable and big enough that probably by the time we get back up here in a couple of weeks, um, they will be gone. Yes, Curtis has lots going on. That's why he's in the back texting.
Well, I'm checking on Mom. She texted me to make sure she was all right.
That's all good. So we have we're getting there. Oh, BBMK says she loves hummingbirds. Yeah, they are really, they're just, you just don't realize how small they are. The mama was back feeding them earlier today, which was kind of interesting. So that was fun
She's
too.
there now too. I can look out and see. Yeah, she's out there now with them. So
It's a really small nest. So, anyways, I did it a quick short just to kind of show that. I have not gotten the sewing machine out. I did bring my Bernina 480 up here. The plan is we will be using that machine here, but I have not, did not get that out this weekend. It just seemed like a very relaxing weekend, which means I just didn't get things done. And actually, although I did buy quite a bit last week, the sales for Memorial Day weekend were pretty slim. So believe it or not, I did not get a lot of emails that made me just want to jump and buy some new stuff. But I do think I have a porch full coming in the next week. Hey, Sally, she says, hi, y'all. The hummingbirds are awesome. And she has baby doves are gone from, oh, she had baby doves and they're gone from the nest now. So we always love, it's just something fun about wildlife in that. Now, I will say, down in Sun City, we have coyotes. I could do without the coyotes. We have adorable little baby bunnies all over the place, which probably is why we have coyotes. The little bunnies are cute. They're adorable. I enjoy watching them hop around. And then, what else? We had a bobcat a few weeks ago, just strolling through the neighborhood. So the wildlife in Arizona is something I am still getting used to, and I'm sure I will at some point. Sally says the doves will be back. So that is kind of cool. BBMK says she went to 35th yesterday and today. So you picked the wrong weekend. You were supposed to go last weekend when it was Black Bag. And I'm guessing if you went 2 days in a row that you probably were not good and you probably did something you shouldn't have, or you couldn't convince yourself you needed something on Saturday, but you knew you needed it on Sunday. So we'll see. Let's see what she has to say. I did pack and bring work up here. So I've got my kits together. And so this kit has all of the Kona block of the month that I need to work on. And yes, I'm 6 months behind now because, as you remember in one of the unboxings, June is already here. So I am hoping to start on this one soon. We'll see. I've got to figure out cutting. I did bring cutting mats and rotary cutters and all that up here, but I do have to figure out how we're going to cut and do some of that up here, because I had planned to do most of that prior to being here, but then when it comes to small stuff like this, I think I'd rather just cut it as I'm doing it. So that's the first Kona, because I am one of those anal retentive people, and I will have to do this as they are sequentially numbered and not jump around as much as I would prefer to. BBMK says she failed at her failed at the budget this weekend. Yes, going to 35th is not a good budget friendly store. Although they run great specials and great sales. And Jackie has always been so good to me down there. I love Jackie. I love Alexa over at our store in El Mirage. So you can't really complain. PBMK says the great thing about the Kona block of the month is because they're solids, they won't go out of style. So whenever I get it finished, it'll still be great. I know. I feel like I've got so much to accomplish. I did find a video this week on Grace Cunique that really talked about how to use your long arm, how to get things loaded, how to put it in there. So I'm really hoping that maybe I'll get a quilt top completed in the next couple of weeks. One thing I thought about is just something as simple as that quilt square that I've got that I never got done, the table topper for Valentine's. I thought, well, maybe if I get that done, at least trimmed up, then I could bring it up here and do the binding up here and get that so I can at least say I got something done. She says all the fabric was 25% off, including Bill's secret stash. I am so glad we're in northern Arizona because that's about an hour and a half from me. So it's just way too far. And I just bought that silly fall gnome quilt kit, and it actually came in this week. Curtis went and picked it up over at El Mirage on Thursday, I think, right before we left. So that quilt kit's in. So I definitely have enough projects. You know, you never have too many projects. I did bring this up. I have cut all the pieces for this. So this is a quilt as you go tote. So I am hoping, I had really thought I might get this out and work on it while I was up here. It is a June Taylor. We'll see how it goes. I did something else with June Taylor, and I will say I was not a huge fan, but we'll see. This has many pieces of all different shapes and sizes. They are cut out of jelly rolls, but we'll see. This was meant to be a spring tote, and it will be very fashionable in the spring of 2025 when I probably gift it or do something with it. But we'll see. This is called the Alexandra tote. So I do have it cut. That is part of the plan to get this accomplished up here because I never got it accomplished down in the valley. And so we will see how that goes. Right. BVMK says but the gnomes are so cute. Yes, I love my gnomes. I can never get enough gnomes. She said starting on a smaller project would be better for Gracie. The problem is that one's already quilted out. But I did buy 2 Christmas panels, and I did not embellish the panels. I am planning to quilt them exactly the way they are. I may play with them and do something cute as far as the quilting design itself, and maybe do, like Christmas lights or little Christmas trees or something. I don't know. I need to go through the designs and see what I even own. But I thought I might do something like that to kind of embellish them. But I want to, the whole point was just to get something on the long arm and get going. Sally says she loves gnomes too, and she's finishing crocheting a baby African, so no sewing until that's done in the mail. I have so much yarn sitting in so many bins because the plan was 4 years ago, I was going to start doing a lot of crocheting at night, and I have not done that yet. And that might be, at least some of that might be good to bring up here too. I really would like to start crocheting again, especially when we just sit and watch TV at night. So that's on the list. And I did bring this Halloween kit to work on because I just love Halloween. So, I got to have my Halloween stuff. So this one is all about, it's called Trickster. I have gotten quite quite a bit of it cut out. I don't think I ended up getting it all cut out, so I will have to probably finish that out. I did bring my iron up, but I have a feeling as I start getting stuff out to play with, I'm gonna find out there's a lot of stuff here I just forgot to bring. So we shall see. But I really would like to hear the sewing machine make a little noise. The park did get my craft table put together for us. So that is ready to go. And I actually got a really nice craft table from Amazon. And it's actually got the well if you want to set your machine down in the well and all that, which I probably won't, but we shall see. Worst thing is, I think I bought 3 more Halloween kits this week because they were on sale prior to um, holiday, and I think I ordered like 8 more art bins because I really do. It's so nice being able to start cutting, putting those together, and having those all get done. So we shall see. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks. Work has been off the hook, which is not always a good thing. I definitely need to retire. And when you live in 55 plus communities, it is very daunting when everybody goes, "Oh, that's right, you still work." So yes, I still work because I like to buy things. I like to buy toys, and most of all, I still enjoy eating. And so working seems to help with all of that. So I probably have a good 8 years left, but it can't come fast enough. And yes, I do buy a lottery ticket pretty regularly just in case someone says his numbers should be available. And you imagine if I won the lottery, BBMK and I would spend probably many hours in a day at 35th buying all kinds of toys and then just figuring out where we're going to put those toys. But you just never know. Vera says sometimes just getting the cutting done there, just enjoy the park calm for a while and don't feel guilty about not doing anything else for now. Um, and that, I think that's really what it is. We have not explored this community much at all. Um, Today was the first time we've been out to go over to Strawberry Pine. We really just focused on the craft show itself, so we didn't end up going on up to Strawberry, which is supposed to have a fabulous empanada place and some other things. We ended up just not going there. We were actually shocked because we got to town around 4:15, and the line of cars, because you have to make a hard right turn to get over on the next road, and that's where our park home and all that is, but that's also where everybody else turns to go on up further north. And they were already back down probably a mile.
Yeah,
And so I can't imagine what it was like Friday. I can't imagine what it would be like tomorrow. We go home Monday morning, which makes a huge difference. So we really are just enjoying being here, getting things settled. Um, but I think we've just about decorated, purchased, and done everything that we can. So it'll be fun. We watched the Doctor's documentary. I don't remember what that was
It
on.
was on JFK.
Well, I knew what it was on, but I don't remember
I
what.
think it was on Paramount Plus.
I think Paramount Plus. So we have Paramount Plus because we are Walmart Plus members, because I don't like going to the grocery and I certainly don't like going to Walmart. So I pay them $50 a year or whatever it was to become a Walmart Plus member. So they deliver my groceries for free. Plus, it doesn't take time out of my schedule just going to the grocery. It really, in the long run, saves us money because I don't do impulse buy there. I save my impulse buying for when I go to the fabric stores. So, but that said, uh, you get a free Paramount Plus account, and they interviewed the doctors that received JFK right after the shooting at Parkland Memorial, who have differing thoughts on what happened. and how many gunmen and that. So it was something fairly new. It's part of history. It's
It is.
something that we will probably never be fully understand and fully told the truth about. I was, yes, I think I was just born when Kennedy was shot. So, but I've heard that story my entire life. So it's always been interesting, especially when you look at John and you look at Jackie O, and that was just such a interesting family back in the day and even afterwards. So we watched that last night. It was kind of interesting. If you have not seen Hacks, Hacks is amazing. It's about a stand-up comedian who was kind of washed up, and then she came back and rejuvenated her career, and that is on HBO Max.
It is, yes, HBO Max.
And who stars in it?
Gene Smart.
Yeah, Gene Smart stars in it. So season 1 was great. Season 2 was and season 3 has been great. So it has been fun kind of getting back into all of that. PBNK says we'll never know the truth about JFK. It's just one of those, it's kind of like whatever happened to Hoffa, it's just such a mystery. It's just kind of interesting to think with our technology and things and stuff that's in place. I mean, I drive around in Tempe, Arizona next to driverless vehicles all the time. So, technology has just changed so tremendously. And yet, we still have lots of secrets that just seem to be able to stay secrets. I did, so curious, who's been looking at the new Bernina? So the new Bernina B990 is coming out. It seems to be all the rage. They're trying to make a big splash in the market. I think they are finally doing a full screen, just like the Viking and some of the others have already done. They want $22,000 for that machine. It just blows my mind. I don't mind Berninas. I'm not committed to Berninas. As you all know, I sew on everything. I've got a Juki. I've got my Viking that I've started sewing on again. I brought my Bernina 480 up here to use. I've got my Janome that I really like. So I think it's just the machines match our personalities more than anything. And I think hearing people ooh and ah over a machine just really just boggles my mind at times. BBMK said that's the cost of a used vehicle. It's just, granted, I have way too many machines and I have invested way more than I ever thought I was going to invest, but I just can't imagine that I would be willing to write a $22,000, $23,000 check. And then I hear, well, you can get financing for 3 years, 5 years, and interest free in that. I don't want to finance a sewing machine. I mean, that's just, I don't know what's going on with this world. Hey, Nellie, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for joining us. So I'm not sewing, working on projects tonight just because we're up in the cabin and I was too lazy to get the machine out. And as Vera says, I am just enjoying being here, which is kind of fun. Oh, Kelly's Quilts and Cruises is on. Thank you, Kelly. We have done a lot of work to get this park home up to our standard and get it the way we want it. It has been definitely a project of love, but and it actually came together pretty quick. The inside actually came together pretty quick. We were gone for about a month and they actually came in. It had been scrubbed and cleaned. They had to come in and do the painting, and the group that's doing the painting and all that with us has done a really nice job. And then it's the outside that's really just taking so long, but we're getting there. Oh, BBMK got a new Janome. See, this is what Curtis is supposed to do. 8,200, paid 135 for it with 0 issues. See, there's so many bargains out there to be found. I ended up trading my 770 on the Viking Epic 2. Basically got an equal trade, more or less. Also know who owned that Epic 2. It was the first year it came out, so I've got the pink and orange model. But I love everything about that Epic 2. For some reason, Bernina 770 and I never got along. I think in a way it was too much machine for me to start out with, but it is what it is. So Kelly wants to know if you're having a nap.
No, I'm just sitting here listening.
And we brought our quilt up that we bought at the quilt show. Mm-hmm. She says, I love your pink and orange machine. I do too. There's just something fun about that. Everybody can do light and dull colors. So that's what I keep on my knees at night to keep me.
John, turn this so that they can see this.
They see it, honey. It's right there.
Oh, okay.
So, and we are getting things settled and getting all moved in. Kelly says her daughter planted a lot of bedding plants this morning, and she could have taken a nap easily, but I was sewing instead. I am very proud of you and impressed. I should have been sewing. I have way too many projects on the list. Russ, who's not on here, we can talk about a little bit, is a enabler. And so this week he texted me to see if I had seen the sale that Fat Quarter Shop was having on a Tula quilt. And I was like, nope, missed that. I try to ignore all those emails because Lord knows I have way too many and more than I need. And he goes, well, I'm toying with whether or not I should get this, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I don't normally spend that type of money on quilt kits. And then what I didn't realize was at the time it was a Tula Pink quilt kit. And for the price, unfortunately, you just could not beat that. So guess who ended up buying a quilt kit that they did not need, but that is all because of an enabler. And so I will confess that one really was not my fault. Somebody else pitched that, and had they not pitched that, I probably would have missed it. I'm trying to find a picture of it to show you all. And I don't think I have it. I thought I had it right here. Would have been so easy. Because yes, it ended up costing me, it was $154. And I normally don't spend that type of money on quilt kits, but this one was just because it was Tula Pink is what really made me jump into it. Sally says she's a Janome fan. She has two. One is Janome, the other's a Kenmore made by Janome. Have a baby lock embroidery machine. Need to learn more about it. Others too. It was good seeing you, BBMK. That is one of the things I would like to do is maybe on some of the lives look at doing more embroidery work. I owned a embroidery business back in the day called Back Porch Sundries. And it started, we liked that name, Sundries, because we had a sundry store that we always thought was cool from the little community that we went to in college. And so that's where the sundries came from. We ended up making soy candles and doing stuff with soy candles, and then looking how to spread and encourage more people in the booth when we did craft shows. And that ended up is when I bought the Brother PR600 6 needle embroidery machine, which I thought I was big time when I got that. And by the time 5 years had rolled around, I ended up having 3 retail locations, having 15 needle 4-head machines, just all kinds of crazy stuff. And that was back right around 2000. 5 right when the market dropped, and we went from amazing sales down to next to nothing for a few months and ended up just closing the business because it's just so competitive out there. But I would like to have another multi-needle machine at some point, but definitely enjoy embroidery, the act of embroidery. I looked and just recently bought a embroidery kit from OESD, where it's kind of like the Thomas Kincaid, where you stitch out all the panels and then embroider all the different panels and then sew them together to make a big wall hanging. I have bought that. The plan is to use that kit to make a presentation for the quilt show that will be in 2026 with our quilt guild. So, and it will probably take me to 2026 because I think each one takes about 3 hours to stitch out. But I actually bought the entire kit. So not only do I have the patterns and all that, but it also came with all the threads and all the fun stuff to put that together. And so that makes such a difference in just being able to do that. So I think that would be fun. And maybe as we get on cycled, it would be fun maybe that the first month or the first Sunday of each month, we do embroidery and we talk about all the different things that go along with that. I am by no means an expert, but definitely have learned some tricks and tips along the way. And that could be a lot of fun and plus help force me to get things done. I miss not sewing on a live with you all because I really enjoy the chat. I so appreciate each and every one of you that drop in, and but it does seem like I am able to check the box and get a lot of things done, which makes such a big difference. Mm-mm-mm. So the week ahead, I am so excited that Monday is still off, right? So hopefully we will have another relaxing day tomorrow. We're going to barbecue, do some things, fun things outside, and then we'll go back to the daily grind on Tuesday. And we just can't wait to get back to it. But it is how we pay for the toys, and it is how we are able to get out and do the things that we want to do. Happy Memorial Day, Sally. So, anything to add, Mr. Curtis?
No, not really. I think we covered everything.
Kelly says she's in Kristen's Sal for the big block quilt. I'm behind with it. Yeah, I am so behind with so many different projects and so much more coming. It's like, I think if I retired today and never bought another thing, I would probably have enough projects and things to always be doing something new. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what I enjoy doing. It is what I like, and that sometimes is all that really matters. So, folks, I do appreciate you joining us today. I'm not going to sit and just rattle on and on. Next Sunday, we will be home. We will be working on a project together with you all. And at some point, I'd like to look at maybe after Labor Day, talking about doing a sew along. I think would be so much fun for us all to pick a same pattern and kind of work on a pattern. If you know me, it's probably going to end up being a Villa Rosa pattern, but it would be fun to see what all of us come out with and how that looks like. So I will give that some more thought and figure out how we might make that happen if you all are interested. But with that said, if you're new to the channel, thanks for joining. Thanks for dropping in today. Guys, I so appreciate each and every one of you and the fact that you jump on and listen to us rattle on and talk and share about what's going on. It's just amazing to us. So until next time, we appreciate you and happy crafting.